Wow, 20 years. Where did the time go? What's going on, family? You guys are so amazing. I'm Mr. Aosinspires. Here on this channel, our mission is to empower the world to never give up, one conversation at a time, one interview at a time, one video at a time, just to help you get to the next level. Now, this video, I was looking on Facebook, and one of my Facebook friends, him and I went to school together. We weren't in the same grade. Now that I see the post, we weren't in the same grade per se. We just went to the same school. And he made a post. He said, wow, 3 years from now, it will be my 20-year anniversary for high school, that, I've been out of high school. And I looked at it and I began to do the math for mine. I graduated in 2002. I said, wow, next year will be my 20-year anniversary, or 20 years that I've been out of high school. And it's crazy because when I read that post, I was talking to somebody else and I just said, wow, I've been out of high school I've been out of high school now for 19 years. Listen, some of y'all can really, really understand where I'm coming from with this one. It's been almost 20 years that I've been out of high school. What's the significance of that? 20 years. And the reason is it hits hard for me because I remember the day that I graduated. I remember it vividly. I graduated on, I believe it was the 13th or the 14th, one of them. And then the next day I was sent to New Jersey for training. I joined the Merchant Seaman. I remember that day vividly. I remember the transition vividly. And it's been almost 20 years. I want you to really think about it. I'm about to tell you why I'm making this video. I want you to really think about how long have you been out of high school? Some of you have been out of high school 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Some of y'all have been out of high school for like 50 years, right? And when you really recollect about the things that has passed, you really begin to take a trip down memory lane. You're like, wow, it's been that long. I mean, really dissect this thing, right? I really want to share this with you. Time waits for nobody. And the reason I wanted to make this video was so important to make this video because 20 years has gone by super fast for me. I know for me. And I know some of y'all are like, man, wow, I've been in high school for 3 years. It's going fast. Been in high school for 10 years. It's going fast. Time waits for nobody. What are you waiting for? There are some things that you want to do. There are some things that you want to accomplish. Do it. Listen, let me ask you a question. What are you waiting for? What are you scared? What are you scared about? For what? So some of y'all want to start businesses. This is my personal belief. I'm not going to put off something that I really want to do now for maybe 2 years later. Because this is the thing, when you begin to put your dreams or something that you want to do on the back burner, sometimes you don't get a chance to get to it. Because things come up. Life happens. Life happens to all of us. But one thing that happens to all of us, whether we want it to or not, time keeps on, it begins to go, but time keeps on counting and it waits for nobody. So I really want us to take away from this video, stop waiting for the right time to make something, to bust a move. Bust it now. Do it now. Okay, it's cool. You've been planning for the last 3 years. You've been strategically planning for the last 3 years. You've been, I'm gonna do this. You haven't executed nothing. What are you waiting for? Stop being scared. Okay, I'm gonna leave you with this video. I'm gonna leave you with this point in this video. The reason I'm an entrepreneur, 100% entrepreneur, the reason I quit my job is because I can't see myself working for a company for 40 years, making off of money that I can barely live off, and then retire off of money that I can barely live off when I'm retired. And this is the thing they've raised for my generation. They raised the retirement age to 65. What kind of quality of life would you have at 65? I'm not knocking my older people. I'm not knocking. But think about this. The life that I have, quality of life I have now being younger, I'm 36, be 37 next month. Life I have now, the quality of life, the quality of health I have now is not compared to the life that I will have or the health that I will have at 65, right? So so many of you are waiting for a certain age or a certain time or for something to be right. I want to tell you, it's never going to be right. So many people say, I'm going to wait for my finances to be right till I have kids. It's never going to be to the place where you really want it to be. I'm going to wait till my finances get together and I'm going to start a business. It's never going to be to the place where you want it to be, right? Because something's always going to come up. You save $1,000 and the car may break down. That's $500. You know, something in the house breaks down. If you're a homeowner, something breaks down. You've been saving and you have $10,000. Your water tank busts or whatever. It's $5,000. So what I'm saying is, you can save up. It's great unless you're just making millions on top of millions or thousands on top of thousands each week or each month. Then you maybe have some leverage. But if you're just a regular worker that's making $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, even $70,000, really not much money, but $70,000 a year, you keep on putting it off, or you keep on saying I'm saving, but you'll never get to the goal. You'll never get to that place where you're like, hey, this is where I want to be. Now I can start. It'll never play out like that. So the whole reason for this video, stop letting time pass you by, because you really don't have that much time, because time just keeps on floating.